magical land of Norath. A harsh and unforgiving terrain that is both immediately gratifying and ultimately demoralizing. Some things I'm thinking about tonight is, do I have enough money to get to Kunark? I've got 9 platinum, well, 14 platinum. I need to adjust my old chat blocker. Got moved. Kill this spider first. Yeah, so last time I played, I got a whole bunch of stuff and I sold it, and then I used that money to buy this nice axe for 200 platinum. Sorry about the music. It auto-swapped on me to something I didn't want it to. There we go. So what I really want to do is I want to get to Kunark. I want to kill skeletons because bone chips are worth a lot of money. And then I want to also kill spiders because I want to craft spider silk. Another thing I want to do is listen to my stream and make sure it's not like way too loud. So I'm going to do that now. I apologize if you hear looping audio. Another thing I want to do is listen to my stream and make sure it's not like way too loud. So I'm going to do that now. I apologize if you hear looping audio. Another thing I want to do is... Audio has been the most challenging aspect of learning how to stream. Like setting up your OBS, you know, getting an overlay, easy, some graphics, whatever. I mean, obviously I've got nothing fancy going on here, but yeah, the audio, man. So, once again, gonna give it a little listen test, and I apologize. I mean, obviously I've got nothing fancy going on here, but yeah, the audio, man. So, once again... Alright, sounds good. Sounds good to me. Yeah, I just like looking at some of these items that people are selling. Huh, that's probably a good one. I don't know, should I go to Kunark? Like, now I'm kind of second guessing. It's kind of hard to decide, like, you don't get to really bank or anything while you're out there, so I don't know if I'm, like, fully set up or prepared to do that just yet. I feel like I would need a bigger bags. Doubt that Shadow Wolf pelt will sell, so I'm not worried about vendoring it. I could always just stick around here and kind of keep working on what I've been working on. Decisions. And that's another great thing about this game. You really need to decide, like, what are you going to do? And the game doesn't tell you what to do. It's very open-ended. It doesn't hold your hand at all. That'd be nice to have. I do need to get me a bow for, like, pulling. It's nice that the giant spiders still give me experience too. Somebody buff me. Look at that. Oh, I just went to Western Common Lands. That's a big bear. Oop. Oh, these spiders are higher level. This is nice, as long as I don't die. Go ahead and turn my LFG on and just see, you know, if anybody wants to try to pick me up for a group and like be fallen. This spider is kicking my butt. How is he a blue? Oh, you know what? My slashing skill is still no good. Yeah, it's like 15. Almost blinded myself. Yeah, fighting those snakes, bad news. Bad news. Let's see if we can find more spiders. That's a big bear. That's a smaller bear. So the thing I'm mainly worried about out here is like all these wandering aggro mobs. Seems like it'd be really easy to stop paying attention and have like a bear just walk up on you. like that. Like I'm not paying attention right now and bears are walking around real close. Gotta watch out for that too. It looks like a no, that's an invis player. I guarantee you. Like floating light circle. I thought it was a wisp though. Is it dead? It's not dead. Now it's dead. Lightstones are okay. Greater lightstones are better. I'm avoiding these asps. They're not good to kill. I think they're like an undercon. An undercon is when an enemy seems like it's, you know, like the level that it has. Free spider silk, nice. The level that it cons at is actually lower than what it should be. Like it's more powerful than what level the level says. So something may be like a green, but it undercons, meaning it's more powerful than a green. So it can surprise you and kill you. Ooh, that bear hopefully doesn't come back and go after me. And those venom sacks are nice because they do, I think they vendor for 5 gold. These bears are like everywhere. I don't know, like the size of that bear is intimidating. So it makes me feel like it might be an undercon. Oh, cool. He gave me like a ring. I got distracted by the ring and started getting mauled by a bear. Look at that. That's cool. So I'm gonna go across the zone line and ditch that bear. And see what's going on over here. There could be more spiders on this side now. If people weren't killing them. These cats, I think. Oh, Griffin. Gotta watch out for that. EverQuest likes to do this. Oh, hey Ren, thank you. EverQuest likes to take a very innocuous, lobby area like this and just drop like a big jerk mob right in the middle of it that's 20 levels higher. And you have to watch out. WoW Classic had it, like Vanilla WoW had that in a few spots, or at least one that I can think of, that Morladim guy in Duskwood. But EverQuest has that in like every area, it seems like. Or there'll be like a rare spawn that's much higher than the regular spawns in the area. So as you're killing mobs, you're killing the placeholder for that rare spawn, and eventually like a much higher rare will spawn in the spot of a regular mob. Or yeah, stitches. Yeah, you can see here this guy's auctioning bone chips, 10 platinum a stack. It took me about an hour to sell mine to find somebody that was willing to pay 10. Man, this guy's kind of kicking my butt. Yeah, it took me like an hour to sell at that price, and I had a lot of people offering me 5. And I almost gave up, but then I was like, you know what? Like, I'd rather get 10 for these, and I don't need the money that bad right now. So I held out for 10 and ended up having somebody pay me like 35 platinum for 3 stacks. So he gave me like almost like a tip. I had another guy, I sold him 2 high quality bear hides, and the going price was 15 plat, and he gave me 40 for both of them. Just said, here, keep the rest. So yeah, there can be some really helpful people out there. This guy's asking if I want to start an orc group. I don't know if I want to do that or not. Burned out. Let me buff him with like my little level 1 buff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that guy knows about the hybrid experience penalty, because he's green conning to me and I'm a hybrid. Hybrids take 40% more experience to level. And the way experience in EverQuest works is whoever has the most experience value at the time gets the most experience for each kill. So to put all that together, a Paladin will have more total experience at level 13 than like a warrior at level 13. So even though you're both the same level, the Paladin's going to get more experience per kill from the enemies. Actually, so Paladin, Shadow Knight, and Bard all have the same. It's all 40%. And Ranger. It's just a hybrid thing, so they were worried about hybrids being too powerful. Even though they really ended up not. Like, Warrior is much more like powerful and viable. And then, yeah, you're right, Ren. So some races have a experience penalty and some have a bonus. Well, at least one has a bonus. The halflings have a bonus. Everything else has a penalty or is 0. I think like Ixars had a really steep penalty because of their regeneration. Trolls too. I think ogres too. Humans were kind of like normal. Oh, Erudite is -10. Yeah, 10's not bad. And I think not Paladin. Halflings are like plus 20% or something. I'd have to look at the wiki. Yeah, basically you're right, Ren. It's like it drains the experience so much that people don't want to take hybrids in their groups. Especially, yeah, when you add the Troll, Shadow Knight like together. But Shadow Knights, like, really actually probably deserve the penalty. That's such a good class. I should get back on my Shadow Knight on blue. I think he's like 38, 37. So right now I'm trying to like get as many silks as I can. Oh, this is a weird song. I'm gonna change that up. I'm not sure I like that. So I'm trying to get as many silks as I can. I'm gonna level my tailoring up and try to sell cured silk armor. But to do that you have to level brewing or whatever, brewery, and then tailoring as well. Is it brewing? Oh. Yeah, brewing. Basically just doing trade skills because I've never really done them that much in EverQuest. I like that you can level all of them on one character. They don't have like a huge use, but they're still, you know, useful. Yeah. I remember swimming around the pool in Freeport for hours, level up swimming, yeah. Here's a funny EverQuest story. I actually was paying my sister like $1 an hour or whatever, I don't know, $1 every 30 minutes or something. to level my fishing and my begging on one of my characters at the same time. She did it for like an hour and was like, this is dumb, I'm not doing it. But yeah, I had her sitting there in Fellwythe, the high elf town, fishing and begging off of the guard. And if you level begging, or if you try to work on begging, sometimes guards will get mad and they'll like turn to you and hit you. Yeah. Yeah, she didn't love it. So I think she kept getting killed by the guards too. As far as I know, the begging skill has no practical use. All my buffs are wearing off. Nice, Greater Lightstone. That's an easy, what, 5 plat? Something like that. Nice. I didn't realize just keeping one of these in my inventory would give that much light. That's a lot better than the Fire Beetle Eye. And light actually matters on green. If you were to log over to blue, I don't think they've applied the lighting that they have to green into blue. That was like one of the biggest things about the green client. They worked really hard on like recreating the original client. That's why you see like, you know, it looks like it's 2001 or whatever. The green client, or the blue client, sorry, is pretty much just the titanium client with the maps removed and some other tweaks. At first it even still had the maps in it, like back in 2009 when I first started. But they slowly like worked on it, you know. That is one aspect of this game I've never done, is the roleplay. I think I tried like one time. Although it was far more common back in the day to see people role-playing as their characters than you see now, and also than you'll ever see in any other MMO that I've seen, except for maybe Elder Scrolls Online. A lot of people do roleplay in that game. Some good spots to head to would be North Corona, or even possibly Wisp Island. I'm just thinking about that. These wisps are a good source of cash. I wonder if there's spiders in North Carolina that are appropriate level for me to kill. Let's find out. You're gonna see if you're watching. There's gonna be a frame rate drop because I'm gonna be tabbed out of the client for a little bit. I don't see anything that resembles a spider. The wiki is nice because it's kind of like a mix between Alakazam, like the bestiary, and like well, I mean it's a wiki, but if you're used to using those old resources like EQ Atlas, it's got all of that into one. Come on, get him. That wisp just climbed the tree. Ah, dang it, I hate that though. If you right-click the spell by accident, it takes it away. I think this might be an option I can change. So I'm going to head back to the Western Commonlands now. I really like how they added like a level of detail to the Commonlands with the different inns and like the people that are here. Huh, my client froze. What's going on here? Might have to restart it. I've had issues with this client. Y'all have to let me know if you have the same issues. It'll just freeze like this. Alright, I'll be right back. Then I'll have to sit here and wait, because you click play and it'll be like, oh, you're already logged in. Wait a minute. Remember the chat rooms? I don't know if they work on this client, but I remember like every time the servers are down, going into these chat rooms. Sorry I had a 4-year-old aggro. Soon to be 5-year-old aggro. Birthday's in a couple days. Well, I'm not dead. That's good. I don't know where I'm at. I always apply like a color correction to my stream because it's like so dark. So I'll actually take the OBS software and use it to like brighten it up a little bit, at least at nighttime. The hard part is hitting it just right so that during the day it's not like washed out. But when I'm playing at night, you guys can actually see what I'm doing. I think the crash on logging out bug, Rind, I fixed it. I just don't remember. I don't remember what fixed it, but I had that same problem and I googled it. And there was a post. Because yeah, every time I was switching characters it was crashing. I think it was a setting. I think it had to do with switching between like video modes. It's this like glowing spot right here. It's just weird. What could it be? I always think it's a wisp, so I go after it thinking I'm gonna get a light stone, and it ends up just being a glowing spot. Could be a player with an invis on, maybe? I like these, like the corrupt guards or whatever that are charging like a tax on the road. I think people kill these for gold. Once you get high enough level, you can kill them, and they drop like fine steel weapons and gold. This game has a lot of options if you're willing to sacrifice your reputation to make money. Somebody's killing giant spiders but leaving stuff on them. I'm not gonna complain. That's a 5 gold drop right there. Although I wish I could kill the spiders myself. There, he left silk. Should I go beg for buffs at the Druid Ring? Let's see who can buff me over there. This game is a team effort, man. That's one thing I like about it. That's why the community is so good. People like have to help each other. It's a very unforgiving environment. Yeah, it definitely has a very loyal fan base, and I'm a firm believer that this experience has not ever been recreated like in a game. Like WoW Classic has its, you know, upsides. A lot of people really like the nostalgia of the old zones, and you know, there's some charm to the raids and some of the 5-mans, but there's still, like, to me, there's no comparison to this. Just because, like, I mean, you can play this game for hours, for weeks, months, and never hit max level, right? And still, like, enjoy the experience and enjoy, like, the leveling, the camaraderie. Like, the leveling is more part of the game. I've always felt like in WoW, the leveling is just kind of a, like a prelude. I mean, so my favorite things about WoW, like Classic, is like the parsing and the raids. The leveling does not like entice me at all. That's why I'm not leveling characters on there right now, even though I should be getting ready for TBC. Brad McQuaid wanted to slow down the game and have people experience. Yeah, that, and I think they knew that. Well, so MUDs were pay per hour, and that made money. So, I mean, this game obviously was pay per month, but they wanted the game to not be over in, you know, a couple days, so that you had a reason to pay. It's part of the reason why the leveling is so slow, but it's being slow also makes it gratifying. I only saw one ever GM event, and I was a young kid, right, playing this game for the first time, and I see this GM event going on, and I go to it, and I'm like, oh man, I bet if I like roleplay really good at this GM event, they'll like give me a super great item that I'll have forever. And like roleplayed through the whole event, and this GM's like telling the story about, I don't know. Anyway, at the end, he's like, all right, travelers, I must leave. And I was like, oh, sir, do you have anything for us? Measly, whatever. And he gave me like a stack of food. Oh, man. A dark elf bear tunnel invasion would make people so salty today. Like everybody out there selling. Especially if they were hard enough that they were like killing off people's mains and making them lose experience. They would be so salty. Somebody just whispered me and said, cool name, workplace. No one got experience penalties for dying. That's good. That's good. That would be, man. I could just see the salt flowing. Yeah, I remember the first time I saw the tunnel. Like, I played this game for probably 3 months before I even knew about the tunnel. I don't even know if I went to the tunnel on purpose. Like, I think I just discovered it. Because if think about it, you're a kid, you're playing this game, you're not really paying attention too much to, like, chat and what's going on. You're just, like, out there killing stuff. I don't even remember how I found it. Oh, I remember how I found it. Okay, so I went to, I think I was in Fadewar. I was leveling up on a high elf mage. And I think I hit like level 9 or 10. Maybe 12. Ooh, this is a guy people kill for gold here too. You gotta watch out. Look at that Redcon right there in the middle of all these like newbie dudes. Oh yeah, this guy's killing these guys for gold. It's AFK. Quickly take his stuff. Ah, they're rusty weapons. Gross. Anyway, so I'm this high elf. I hit like level 10, level 11. I'm doing Crushbone. I'm running out of like grouping and Crushbone. Nobody's grouping, and I maybe complained about it or something. Or maybe somebody said, go to Northern Desert of Roe. So I have somebody port me to Northern Desert of Roe. And when I get there, I find that tunnel, the back entrance to the tunnel. And I'm like, alright, maybe what's in here? This is interesting. I'm thinking I'm going to die. I'm thinking there's going to be like, orcs or something in there. And I zone through to Eastern Commonlands, and all of a sudden my computer starts like chugging. Like it's just going super slow. I'm like, what's going on? There's nothing on my screen. Like I'm just in an empty tunnel, but my computer is like dying. Next thing you know, I come around that corner where the shady swashbuckler is, dude, and I just see like 50,000 people in there because I was on Prexis, which was one of the most populous servers. And my chat, oh yeah, and the chat is like rolling, with all the auctions, and I was like, what's going on? And then that's when I realized, like, everybody was, like, standing out in this tunnel selling stuff. And I thought it was, like, the coolest thing ever. I was like, dude, this is insane. This is, like, my first open world game, so that was just a mind-blowing experience. People, like an old world bazaar. They're like, it's like living in a third world country almost. People stand outside and like yell like. I don't even know if it's like that in third world countries anymore for the most part. Keep getting a lot of views, but people aren't really sticking around. It must be annoying. On Sunday, I had like somebody with like 30 viewers rated me. So I ended up hitting 30 viewers. A lot of people left, but like I was up to 15 for most of the stream. This has got more spiders, I think, per capita than Eastern Commonlands. This is kind of nice. So one thing I actually really like about this, the progression in this game, is that it's like multi-dimensional. And it feels a lot more rewarding, I think, than leveling up a character in like WoW. Oh, somebody's buffing me. Oh, cool. Regeneration, that's a great buff right there. And haste. Or alacrity, I think. Yeah, alacrity, that's another good one. Yeah, I think I've only done like one hell level on my Shadow Knight, like 35 I think, or 30 is a hell level. I don't remember which ones are hell levels. Maybe I've done a couple of them. I remember even on my Druid it was like kind of tedious, but the Druid is so easy to like quad kite. That's a class to play if you like work from home. No, all the levels past 55 are hell levels, like 55, 56, 57, 58, all the way up to 60. But I think the first one is 30, and the next one is 35. I can look it up here in a sec. The wiki has like some awesome information. Yeah, here we go. So like Troll was a negative 20%, Ixar was a negative 20% experience, Halfling was plus 5%, Barbarian was negative 5, and Ogre was negative 15. Paladin, Shadow Knight, Ranger, and Bard are negative 40. Monk is negative 20. Wizard, Magician, Enchanter, and Necro are negative 10 experience. rogues are 9 +9 and warriors are +10. So like the melee classes that had to group and really couldn't solo got a bonus. Yeah, so Troll or XR Shadow Knight was negative 68% experience. So you would literally have more than half as much experience as somebody that was the same level as you if they were like a human. I don't know. Let's see, what class is it? 0. Or dude, none of the classes. Oh, Cleric. Human Cleric. There we go. Cleric does no bonus or penalty. Yeah, enchanters are awesome. They do like wickedly crazy things on this server too. Like more so than what people knew about back in the day. They can do some like really good soloing. But they also require like a lot of micromanagement, so you have to be like really on top of your stuff. Which you probably be good at because you play a rogue in WoW Classic. Yeah, Halfling Warrior would get 14.5% more experience. Let's see. Hell level was... Let's see. 30 is your first hell level, then 35, then 40, then 45, then 51. That's it. So starting at 51 are all hell levels, with 54 and 59 being double hell levels. So they require like twice as much experience, or 3 times. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what the the multiplier. 59 requires 2.5 times as much experience. That's ridiculous. But you know what? Like, people do it. People like it. They enjoy it. I got into the game when my friends promised to level me because they needed an enchanter, so I created one, and that was the main tune I had. Yeah. I had a ton of mains. Like, I would start a character, I would level them up to like 15. I would group with somebody and be like, oh man, I just grouped with like a bard and he looks so cool and he looks so fun, so I would like drop that main and go level a bard. Then I would level the bard up and group with somebody else and be like, oh man, necromancer, he's got a skeleton with him, you know, he can life drain and fear. So then I'd drop that character and go level a necromancer, and I just kept doing that. I like never got very far. Until finally somebody like, yeah, squirrel. Finally somebody that I knew in real life was like, dude, pick a main and I'll power level you to get you past all the crappy levels. And then, you know, stick with him. So I kind of talked to him. This was back in Velius days, so monks were like stupidly overpowered. They can like tank just as good as a warrior, do more damage than a warrior, and require like way less gear. So he convinced me to roll a monk, and he was a druid. And took me, you know, I got to like level, I think he showed up actually, yeah, he came out to Field of Bone and buffed me on the little ramp there in Field of Bone and had me run around and kill stuff with like thorns. Then he took me to Unrest and power level me to like 22 or 23 in Unrest. And that ended up being my main. That ended up being the guy I like played for the remainder of my EverQuest days. And then I discovered girls, and that was virtually the end of my time playing EQ for a few years until I settled down. Greater Lightstone. That was weird. Got like a error. There's a ghoul. Gotta watch out for him. Those guys are definitely undercons. I feel like they're undercons. I've gotten my... Oh shoot, there's a hill giant. Doesn't matter what he cons, he'll kill me in a few hits. Probably kill me in 5 or 6 hits. I think they hit for like 90s. This zone is awesome. Love the community. I saw people were trolling and killing the guards and ECs, so the newbies died running to them. So I was on my chanter and helping the newbies. A player saw what I was doing, gave me the top gear for the enchanter. He was quitting the game and rewarded me for helping the newbies. Yeah. I logged into this server and made a character, and within 5 minutes somebody was like, "Oh, are you new?" and gave me like 50 plat and some items. I gotta get those items off that character. I should give them back to him actually, because I ended up not sticking with that character. I really didn't want to re-roll. I thought I wanted to re-roll, and then I realized that leveling even to like 5 is too tedious. So this guy was already 9, I think, so I was like, he's 9. I don't care what he is, I'm playing him. I don't even think Paladins are that good, but whatever. I think they're like halfway decent group tanks, but not as good as Shadow Knights. Which I kind of wish I was grouping a little bit right now. I kind of feel like grouping. That ghoul's a white con. Losing my buffs though. But I bet that is like a bronze weapon he has. It would sell for decent. Jeez. Like aggro monsters everywhere. These spiders are good stuff, man. Huh, thought I had more silk. I need to look up what I can use this for. What is this, like bear meat? Chunk of meat? One thing I've always wanted to do, I should go back and do it. I kind of did it when this server was in its beta, because there was literally nobody on the server. That was kind of cool. Like, I would log in and I would literally be the only person logged into the server. Is make a mage and like, or some sort of solo-friendly class and just like kind of do all the quests in one area. Like, kind of live off the land, you know. Obviously, nobody's around to help you. Like I said, I was doing that in the beta because I'd log in and once in a while a couple people would pop in, but nothing crazy. I like mages because of their solo ability, but they're like, because they're so simple to solo, but they're also like really boring to solo. Granted, I don't know how to, like, I've realized now that I really don't know a lot about this game, like how to properly play these classes. So there could be like a lot more nuance, you know, to those classes than what I realized. Kind of like Hunter in WoW, like people think they're like very simple, easy class to play, but in reality, and they are like simple to pick up, but there's a lot of like nuance and different things that you can do. A lot of utility. Knew that bear was around. I'm trying to watch out for him. Look at this regen, dude. This is like amazing. Here soon I'm gonna need to catch a ride out to the old Karana. Turn in these light stones. Starting to gum up the works here. I could probably just vendor these. I don't know. Maybe the high quality ones somebody might buy, but you can always try whispering somebody in the guild dial a port if that. I think that guild exists on this server. Hang on, let me. Yeah, type /who dial, DIAL all, and do a /who search for the dial a port guild. And just ask them if they'll pick you up, or say, hey, next time you come through Tox, like, can you grab me too? But the thing about Dialport is they do it to make money, right? So like they may not be cool like doing charity work. But I wouldn't be paying like 10 platinum port when you only have 10 platinum if you can avoid it. Or you could offer somebody like a stack of bone chips or something. I don't know. I don't know how much they are now. I don't know what the rates are. Like, it kind of varies with inflation, you know, on servers. This server hasn't been around as long, so there's a little bit less inflation. I was kind of thinking about going out to Hox myself and then going over to that Wisp Island, but I bet there's people on that Wisp Island. It's a pretty popular spot to level at this range. But yeah, you can always whisper them and ask them how much they charge, or if they'd be willing to like discount for you and maybe do one for like 3 or 5. But I'm guessing 10 is probably a pretty standard rate. Oh no, that's a bear. That's a big old bear. And he's red, and he's angry. Which is too bad. He is here now. Huh. Yeah, maybe I'll get lucky. I've got to zone this bear. Go hide out in this inn here, and I'm gonna have to do some kiddo stuff. Be right back. Oh, nice. You got a port. I'm trying to get kids in bed, so I'm like kind of AFK right now. Nice, congrats. Now you can make some real money out here. You want to buy some wood elf parts? They're like contraband. They're like black market goods. Some black market wood elf parts. I'll be right back though. I'm gonna do some bedtime with the kiddos. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Bedtime is a little bit of an ordeal around here sometimes. Nothing like what Pumpkin Ale deals with, but, you know. Ooh, I'm low on drink. That's not happened in a while. Let's see, do you sell water? You should, you got ration. There we go. 2 platinum for rations, jeez. What is this? Being extorted. I remember it was like a big deal for me to just get 8 platinum when I first started. Now I need to go try to find some buffs. Buffs help way too much. I was gonna say if anybody's buffing for tips, but I don't know if I want to spend the money. I wonder how much like silk I'd need to get leveled up my tailoring to make the armor that I want to make. Hill giant running away from Befallen. Cheerio, on my way. That's, yeah, I love this game. People helping each other out. This is another one of those games where you could like level a character just to like help noobs, and it would be like super rewarding. Like, just level up a druid and then just go park in, like, Crushbone or, I don't know, any of those other zones where newbies are. There's a lot of wisps and spiders out here. I'm gonna kill a spider. I'm trying to look up this tailoring. So 1 to 15 is silk, which I've made a ton of. 15 to 36 is a raw silk headband. So that's 21 of those. And then I could probably make cured silk after that. So I'm actually getting kind of close. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, Bar, that you got a port and the guys kind of recognized that you were like brand new. It was like, it's alright. Definitely need to watch out for that bear. Yeah, there's no soul binders in the game. This is like OG EverQuest, so you have to pay somebody or just ask somebody to bind you. I was hoping to find like a shaman over here and get some sweet shaman buffs. I don't see any. Yeah, just go hang out by the gate, and usually you just kind of watch for people that run through. Soul binding should be able to be done by druids, mages, necros, virtually any class that is like a primary caster. Can't be done obviously by like shadow knights or clerics, or sorry, not clerics, paladins. Clerics should be able to do it. And it's doable from like a pretty low level, so like if you see a mage that's like level 12, they should have it. It's not hard to get a bind. And you should be able to do it yourself here in a few levels as well. The cool thing about like casters that have bind and gate is that you can bind yourself anywhere, versus if you're like a warrior, you can only be bound in city zones. Or like a paladin or a shadow knight, it's like only city. So a little added kind of bonus to playing like a caster class is that quick travel. Druids obviously and wizards are like the ultimate, but even, yeah, just having that gate spell is super helpful. There's too many bears here. Look at that, 3 hits in a row. I don't know why I use Yelp. I don't think it really benefits me because I'm capped at 28 points of damage. watch out for bears. I think there's a griffin that paths through in this area too, but I'm not 100%. Oh, what's in here? Nothing. Just a bed and a dresser. Yeah, at 4, just being in Eastern Common Lands, like, you could probably make some good money just killing like bears, skeletons, anything that's gonna drop like items that you can sell. Oh man, that dang it, that bear. And you can like literally be oh crap, that's not good, that's not good. Get out of the way. Ah, the bear's coming this way. Jeez. Yeah, you can literally be spamming it and trying to sell it while you're like fighting to get more stuff. That's what I was doing the other day. And you can go swing through the tunnel and get buffs and stuff. The trade, just click on the character and type /trade. I'll have to like go back to Freeport and dump a bunch of this stuff. I just noticed I have 2 stacks of bandages. What? Oh, silk bandages and regular bandages. Go figure. Yeah, that's good. It's good not to die. I don't know if there's a way for me to tell. I'm sure I've died on this character, but I think I died right after. Oh yeah, I died and lost the level actually. I got it back really quick, but it's like the worst form of death. Although, I gotta say, like, I think it was Final Fantasy XI would play this awful demoralizing sound when you died and lost the level. It was like, pew. At least this game doesn't do that. Uh-oh. Should have known that was going to happen. I've still got my buff. I'm not sure if I'll be able to take him, but I kind of don't want to run for the zone. If I can keep hitting those sweet 28s. Stun. Oh, whoa, 3. I cannot handle 3. The stuns from the bashes are killing me. Here's another interesting thing. Some monsters, whenever they have 2 of them on you, will not run away. Oh my gosh. Oh, the aggro's in this area. Yeah, it took a lot of health, but at least I don't have to run for the zone. I'll be in better shape once my two-handed slashing gets a little bit higher. I can land more hits. We've got a GLS. Nice. Where did you bind? Was it East Freeport? Oh yeah, would it be west? Yeah, it'd be west. That'd be the one you want to be. I always mix the zone up. Freeport is like, that's why they redesigned it, honestly, because it's like so difficult to navigate. I was never really a fan of the redesign though, and I also wasn't a fan of like how they redesigned Oasis and Mar. I don't know what the deal was, like, I don't know why they messed with it. I don't know if they're like, oh, WoW redesigned their world, so we need to start redesigning ours, but like, only got a few zones in, or what? Almost ran into that Redcon Necro over there, or Shadow Knight. That would have been lights out for me. If these guys are grouping and be falling, I would want another. Oh no, I know that guy. I sold him bone chips. Trying to find the Druid ring. For some reason I can't find it. Oh, there it is. How silly of me. Trying some different music here. Hill Giant. Those guys are tough customers. Good money if you can kill them though. They drop, like you were saying, weapons, Hill Giant toes sell for a little bit. Which I don't even know what those are like used for. I think that's why I've been enjoying playing this game so much, because like I don't know what anything is for. So it's kind of fun to figure things out. I mean, I feel like I know too much about WoW at this point. I never knew this much about WoW until I started playing Classic again. Oh, cool. This guy's like a ranger. Thank you for your ranger buffs. What I really need is a shaman. She has a perfect name for a druid. Uberlift. Oh, they healed me. Nice. Ammunition dispenser. I do like that a lot of people don't take their names very seriously on this game, and it makes it more fun, especially when you factor in the surnames. I'm going for like workplace safety. I was gonna do workplace violence and then decided that's like kind of not cool, so. Kind of running out of room here for my drops. Should I dump some meat? I don't know what I can use this meat for. Oh no, my skin dropped. That's a big one. That was like 250 hit points. So I'm gonna need to go back to the ring and try to get a new skin. I hate begging for buffs, but like it makes the game so much better. Dude, another greater lightstone. Look at that. It's like total old school transmix here. I wonder if any of this stuff's from like mp3.com or whatever. Dude. Poison is whooping me. I need to hurry up and finish this guy off. He's getting me down there. Ren says, yeah, Clarity Breeze on a level 3 is unlimited mana. Yeah, it's like super nice to have. Is that a shaman? Big dumper. No. That is not a shaman. Looks like a paladin. Did it again, right clicked it. I always forget about this too. Don't forget about this whenever you get to the right level rend. is the meditate button. You have to click it in the spell book in order to meditate. Otherwise, you're just regenning mana at a like normal rate, not as the meditate rate. This game really is addictive though, isn't it? Like, the progression in it for some reason just gets me hooked. Like, just making that money to buy this axe the other day was like so gratifying. Should I take up Quadzilla in my guild for a ride to NK? I think I will. Go dump some of these light stones and make some money. Dug out your old Prima's guide for EQ Kunark. Nice. That's those Prima's guides, man. Like, I remember those, and there was like one other big video game guide maker. I just can't remember the name of it. It was like Todd's Guides or something. Brady Games, something like that. I had one for Final Fantasy 11, and I use that a lot. because there wasn't a lot of info online back then. It was actually really well put together. Like the amount of info in there, like very useful hints. It was impressively done. It wasn't just like, you know, kind of a cobbled together guide. Like, it was very intuitive. All these maps, like rare spawns for each zone. I think that guide is probably the reason why I kept playing the game, because I played like the first 5 levels and was like, this is like a more boring version of EverQuest. Not realizing like how much more there was to the game. Dude, another Greater Lightstone. Okay, somebody's coming from my guild is coming to pick me up. They're gonna take me to North Corona. Go turn all these in and make a little bit of cat. Really wishing I had a gate, because I'm gonna be out there. I don't know what I'll do. Maybe I'll run to Kinos. Screw around that way. These treants are like super good money too. They drop like a ton of plat. Trying to remember the way. I think it's northwest. I gotta watch out here. This is not a safe zone for me. Level 13, and most of the stuff out here is higher than me. Luckily, not a ton of it is aggro. Like, yeah, the pincher beetles. Lionesses are kind of low level, I think. I'm not really worried about that. Actually, you know what? This is not a bad zone. Let's see, the wolves. Wolves are blue. Yeah, this is good. I might just stay out here and do a little grinding. There was way more will-o-wisps, though, in WC. Ren says, Fippy, Dark Paw, and Kinos rocks. Yeah, he never gives up, does he? It's a very admirable, tenacious character. Yeah, everything out here is blue. This is the stuff you gotta watch out here right there. Like griffins, though. Lions are blue. This this guard tower here, I have a story about this guard tower. I was like playing this game for the first time when I was a kid, like teenager, and I bound myself right here in this guard tower, thinking it was a safe spot because there's these guards. It is not safe. There's a griffin that paths through here and kills those guards like every 20 minutes. Well, I kept myself bound there and AFK'd for like 2 hours, and actually ended up losing like 2 or 3 levels because I just kept respawning there and dying, respawning and dying. Yeah, it was bad. I think this is the... Is she the Lightstone girl? Who's the Lightstone girl? Who's this one? There we go. I want to say I just trade them one at a time. I love the old quest text where you have to type it out. Yep, so these books, they're actually a container, which is kind of crazy. And size capacity is giant, so could replace some bags with these, because their weight is 0.2. I don't know if you can put stuff in them though. Let me see. Oh, you can. Look at that. The thing is I need the like gold. Yeah, they sell for 9 platinum. My goodness. Expensive container. So I think I'll hang on to one greater lightstone because they're actually a pretty good light source. The regular lightstones are only 9 silver. That stinks. Ren says there was a really good RP guild in original where the people running the RP were enchanters. They would transform themselves via illusions or be invisible behind NPCs and talk as them. They had cool RP and adventures. Yeah, that's something you don't really see in a lot of in the games these days. My first like online experience was a mud, and it was all RP like in Forest. You weren't allowed to talk like out of character at all in the game. And let's just say I learned a lot about life as a young teenager. Yeah. There's a lot of unique situations that I came across in that, but it was overall very positive, and it was really fun to roleplay into. Making some bucks out here. Ooh, don't want to accidentally sell that. I feel bad for the people who like sold these thinking, hey, 4 platinum for those? That's a lot. And then not realizing you can get an item that sells for almost 10. That's really good experience too. I mean, look at that. I got almost half a level doing that. And I'll hang on to that one, just so I don't have to be blind at night. Well, that was a fruitful, what, 2 bars and some change and 50 some platinum. That's pretty awesome. I could kill lions, try to get hides. But I think, honestly, what I'll do is try to get back to WC. I just don't see a lot of like wisps, and back in WC there was just tons of wisps. Or I could go to the Kara Island. That's a little bit of a run, and then I gotta ride a boat. Sounds like kind of a pain. I passed the rings. I think they're over here. Yeah, Ren, the Wisp Island is pretty awesome, but also can be over camped, and I don't remember the /who command to see it, although I guess I could look it up. I'll just say I'll just stay here and see if, oh look, it's Quadzilla. I wonder if he logged out. Or if he's like linked dead or something. Oh no, he's here. Sweet, that is like a win-win, man. I think it's, no, it's not Carriage. What is it? Erod's Crossing. Huh, there's like nobody there. Maybe that would have been a good one. I don't know. No point in worrying about it now. I'm back here. This has been a good zone too, so. Seemed like there's more wisps at night. Watch out for that red bear. is a spider. There's a wisp over there. I need to kill these spiders. I need to continue to level up my crafting. Well, you might have more time to play than I do, so you might catch up to me, but then I think you'll pass me pretty quickly too. I've only got a couple weeks left to really play my games, and I'm going to be busy for a little while. Dang, dropping Valheim for this, huh? You did seem really interested when I mentioned it, like, you're like, wait, that's a thing? Wait till you do your first group, man. Like, go group in, Crushbone or Befallen. You're gonna be, like, hooked. Especially once you hit, like, the teens. I don't know, it depends, because enchanters can solo really well in the teens too. But yeah, you go to like Highhold or Mistmore. I think Mistmore starts like around 17. Yeah, the problem I have with the Daybreak servers is that it just feels so, like, cheap. Yeah, like you were mentioning with the, I think I can get him. Get away from that bear. Yeah, it just feels really cheap. Like, the zones are not redesigned to be the way they were back in the day. The game mechanics work the same as they do in present day. It's just, they just restrict like what spells you have. They restrict what. It's not like WoW Classic where they actually did a full up like recreation. They just take out what's not supposed to be there for that era. So it's like, oh, that zone wasn't in that era, so take it out. That ability wasn't in that era, take it out. But it's not, they didn't like recreate the original. Oh crap, these wisps, they're like heat seekers. Yeah, content limiting. Whatever was in that expansion is there, but they're not actually trying to make it accurate. And I get it, like they don't have that many people. I think I watched an interview with Holly Longdale, and there's like 6 people making EverQuest right now, or something crazy. Like it is not a lot. Like you can count it on less than both hands. Split these guys up so they're not impossible to loot. So like yeah, they're extremely limited in the aspect of having, you know, very few people working on the game, but they still try to do it justice, right? Like I'm pretty sure they make more money off the progression servers than they do the actual game, like the live version. The live version is cool because there's so much content out there, but it's also like almost impossible to know what you need to be doing. And not that that's really a bad thing when the experience is cohesive, right? Like in Project 1999 Green, like the experience is cohesive. Oh my gosh, another wisp? I'm gonna end up laying on hands. I might. Let's see. If I can kill this one, I might be able to solo down the last one without lay on hands. I really hope that's two. I don't know if this is gonna happen. I got like 100 hit points left and they're wailing on me. And they stun. Gosh, they hit hard. That's what I think of you, Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, maybe. With live is still doing well, they're attracting new people, mostly from the kids and friends of the old timers. I could see that, but for me at least, it's just not as. It just doesn't work. It's too weird. There's too much. Like, I can't tell what matters, what doesn't. I don't even know what the max level is. You go try to buy like a bag, it's like 30,000 platinum. Like, what? Oh my gosh. Another wisp over there. Switch up the music a little bit. It was getting kind of annoying. Tried playing it on my max level. At tune I had it Planes of Power and it was too overwhelming. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I get on there and I don't know what to do. There's too many zones. And like, I tried to go to one of the hot zones where you get more experience. Like, you get like a message when you log in and it says go to the hot zone. So you go talk to a NPC and he's like, yep, here's your hot zone for that level range. To get to the hot zone, I had to get through stuff that was higher level than me. So it was like almost impossible to get to the hot zone. I had to, and I'm not talking like this area where I gotta like go around stuff and try to be careful. I'm talking like there's a tunnel and the tunnel is full of bad guys. So I'd have to like run a few feet, feign death, and I'm literally waiting like 20 minutes for my health to return. Then run a few more feet, and after like 3 or 4 of those I finally got in, so it took like almost an hour to get to the zone. I was like, this is just too much. I don't get it. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here, because I thought my character had decent gear for his level, apparently not. And then, yeah, even in like the progression servers, another thing I didn't like was the availability of like experience potions. Even though I did actually use them, I think I like subscribed, so I got some bonus. Or you're already subscribed, I think, so they give you like some bonus, I don't know, daybreak cash or whatever the in-game currency is, or not in-game, but alternate currency. So I had this daybreak cash to spend, so I'm like, alright, well, I'll buy an experience potion with it. It just feels kind of cheap. Ren says, thing about EQ, a high level can get killed by lower level mobs. If you screw up or go AFK, never underestimate lower level mobs, they can hurt. Yeah. I like that it's, and aren't you the one, you're the one that runs the Dungeons and Dragons campaign, aren't you? For our WoW guild. I like that this game has that, like, Dungeons and Dragons type feel to it. Even more so than WoW. WoW really started to kind of break from that tradition. Ooh, this guy might buff me. Ooh, nice. Sorry, dude, I'm not trying to run from you while you buff me. I just want to kill this wisp. Yeah, I think this captures like the D&D experience virtually really well. And I really like that they didn't go completely like I've never noticed these dwarves here. Huh. Resize armor. I like that they didn't go like extremely simplified with the class design, so you have classes that are like more or less utility based. And everybody kind of brings like a different different utility and different function that they kind of tried to emulate in WoW Classic, but also simplify. And this game kind of simplified it down from what Muds had. So yeah, by the time you're like 3 and 4 iterations deep into simplification, like, yeah, you're way down there on the simplified scale. I have many more fond memories of this game I still remember to this day, more than WoW, and I played from the start. Yeah, for me, WoW just scratches a different itch, right? Like, I think what WoW did really well was it took like that um, gameplay of like first-person shooter type, more twitchy, more like responsive, and tailored, you know, a pretty solid action RPG into it. And this game is a little bit more. I mean, it's technically an action RPG, but it's not like it's not that actiony. WoW definitely like keeps you moving a lot more. Aw, he took my wisp. Boo. Boo to you, sir. Now my brambles is running out. No. This game isn't as like prone to abuse either. I don't know what. WoW is like, jeez, there's so much abuse going on in that game. Like, I love running Dire Maul tributes, but you can't tell me that's not like that's borderline like abuse of game mechanics. I'm just surprised they even allow it. Yeah. Ren says, shoutingly, look at how world buffs became a huge thing and resets and people becoming addicted. Yeah, I knew that was going to happen, though, just from playing private servers. Like, I was... And I knew about Dire Maul tributes. They played a little bit differently on the private servers. The idea was the same. I knew about world buff trains. Like, we were doing them on Chronos every Saturday. Like everybody would go get Dire Maul, then they would port us immediately from Dire Maul. And we had multiple accounts because it was a free server, so people could make, like you were saying with City of Heroes earlier, people could make, you know, as many accounts as they wanted to. So you'd have people like outside Dire Maul, you know, porting you from there to Stormwind. We'd drop a head, we'd port from there to ZG, drop a heart, then port up to Songflower and get Songflower last. Songflower took a lot more coordination because there was no like world buff timer add-ons back then, so you had to like get everybody in raid and do a raid warning, like a raid countdown or whatever. And there's no spell batching, so the timing was like a lot tighter. Yeah, like I think world buffs were designed not like they were a thing that individual designers did, like to add flavor, not thinking of the cumulative. Geez, these wisps, like you start fighting one and they like start like seeking you from across the zone. You know, a single designer goes, hey, I'm gonna put this thing in my, you know, as a quest reward for killing this dragon. How cool would it be if we, you know, give everybody this buff for a couple hours, you know, anybody that's in the town, not realizing that like players are gonna min-max everything, And they're gonna go, well, what if I take that and I take the Dire Maul buff I get for the tribute and I put them together? And oh, the ZG heart, I can add that. And it was funny because when I first put my Songflower Summoner up in Felwood, it was like this niche thing, like very few people knew about it. And I was trying to get my guild. I was like, hey, dudes, come up here with me and get these Songflowers. They're freaking awesome. And my guild was like, nah, man, that's way too hardcore. Like no, it's not. It's a great buff. You just click on it and you get it. Let's see, am I back? That tree is floating. Two greater light stones in a row. Look at that. Yeah, that was weird. I don't know. The stream dropped. The EverQuest disconnected, but it was only for a second. I'm echoing now. Huh. Okay, let me shut it down and I'll turn it back on. See if that's any better. This is like orchestral Chrono Trigger. Let me see. I can listen to it myself. Hang on. Let me see. I can listen to it myself. Hang on. Yeah, just double check that you don't have like two browsers open. Or yeah, it could just be a thing of exiting and restarting it. Dude, this place is full of wisps. It's awesome. So yeah, Discord running and a browser going. I got you. Oh, my buffs are going away. That's weird, man. Just did it again, like the internet just kind of flickered.